My version of Disney Pixar Cars would have gone like this. To start it out, my version of the movie, as I always wished it would have been, my version would have most definitely been released on November 22nd, 2005, exactly 10 years after the first Toy Story came out, as like a 10th anniversary thing. The beginning of the movie, in my version, would have been exactly the same, but in my version, Lightning McQueen would have not been an asshole. He would have not been an arrogant, ignorant prick. He would not have been a one-man show. He would not have been proud. But he would have been a fighter. He would have been a fighter. And literally the best racer ever. And in my version, he would have still had his Rusty's crew chief and Rusty's crew team. He would have won at the very beginning of the movie in my version, and then he would have thanked his Rusty's crew team and crew chief for everything that they have done for him, and he would have also thanked the Rusty's headquarters. Of course, he would have also thanked Mac. And then he would have gone with Tex Dynaco to get his new paint job after he received his first Piston Cup, of course. But he would have gone with Tex Dynaco to get the new Dynaco paint job and also a new Dynaco truck hauler, including a Dynaco crew team. Then he would have went on his way to Los Angeles, Hollywood, California. And of course, on the way, Lightning McQueen would have allowed his Dynaco truck driver to sleep at the truck stop. And then when he got to Los Angeles, Hollywood, California, he would have received all the fame and fortune that was shown in his Dynaco Daydream, which is the only part I even really liked that much since I was a child, even though it went really fast and was really short. He would have met Sally. She would have still been a lawyer in Hollywood, but she, instead of being voiced by Bonnie Hunt, would have been voiced by Rachel McAdams. And instead of being a 2002 Porsche, her character would have been a 2007 Porsche. And then he would have met Doc Hudson, who would have been a doctor, but actually the Fabulous Hudson Hornet, which would train Lightning McQueen, even in my version, to learn how to turn on dirt and stuff like that. And in my version of the movie, there would have been 4 races in my version of that movie. A total of 4 races. There would never, ever have been a stupid, fucking, immature, gross, disgusting, nasty, revolting, idiotic character like Mater. There would have never been any of the characters from Radiator Springs, except Sally, who would have still been a lawyer in Hollywood, and Doc Hudson, who would have been a doctor in Hollywood, California. After Lightning McQueen would have won all 4 Piston Cups, he would have gone back to his mansion. And of course, in that movie, he would have also had married Sally and took her out to fancy dinners, and not to mention he would have did all the publicity photo shoots and been in interviews in my version of that movie. And that's if Disney Pixar Cars would have gone like that, as my version is, it would have been so much more popular. It would have made so much more money. It would have been so much higher also in the liked Disney Pixar movies. And not to mention, it would have done so much better and greater. It would have been incredible, awesome, astonishing, and definitely amazing. So that is how my version of Disney Pixar Cars would have gone. If I would have been the director, which obviously I should have been, even though at the time I only would have been 8 years old in 2005, I still, just my ideas are so much better in every way than John Lasseter, the ass kisser.